1945. Japan lies in complete ruin. Millions are homeless, cities are shattered, and
The nation faces the greatest crisis in its history.
Tokyo alone lost more than half of its urban area to firebombing, leaving survivors struggling to rebuild their lives.
in Hiroshima, the atomic explosion erased entire neighborhoods, marking one of the darkest chapters in human history. Nagasaki faced the same fate, its once busy port city reduced to rubble within seconds.
Millions of Japanese citizens became refugees, searching for safety amid the devastation.
Food shortages pushed the nation to the brink of starvation, with ration lines becoming a daily reality. Japan's economy was paralyzed. Factories were shut, industries destroyed, and unemployment soared. With its empire gone and leaders defeated, Japan faced political chaos and an uncertain future.
In late 1945, American forces arrived to occupy Japan and begin an unprecedented rebuilding mission.
Japan stood at its lowest point, a defeated nation with no army.
Japan adopted a new constitution in 1947, granting freedoms and establishing a democratic government.
For the first time in Japanese history, women received the right to vote and participate in politics.
Land reforms broke up old landlord estates, giving farmers ownership and transforming rural life.
The powerful Zaibatsu business empires were dissolved, clearing space for new industries to grow. Education was rebuilt from the ground up, preparing a new generation of skilled, disciplined workers.
Factories, roads, and railways were repaired rapidly, setting the foundation for economic revival.
Slowly, social stability returned. Citizens began to feel hope for the first time in years.
Japan embraced a new identity, one based on peace, prosperity, and democratic values.
The groundwork for Japan's miraculous rise had been laid. The nation was ready for transformation. In 1950, war erupted in Korea, just across the sea. This conflict unexpectedly changed Japan's future.
The U.S. military chose Japan as its main supply base, ordering everything from uniforms to steel.
Silent factories roared back to life as new demand brought jobs, money, and industry back to Japan.
Millions found work again. Production soared, and Japan's economy began to breathe.
The Korean War acted like a massive economic shockwave, fueling rapid industrial revival.
Exports surged. Japan expanded ports, railways, and shipping routes to meet rising demand.
This era sparked Japan's entry into electronics manufacturing, a field it would soon dominate.
Japan and the U.S. formed a powerful partnership, becoming economic allies in the Pacific.
Wages improved, shops reopened, and Japanese households began experiencing financial relief.
The Korean War revived Japan's economy and set the stage for the legendary economic miracle.
Japan's Ministry of International Trade and Industry became the mastermind behind the nation's comeback. MIT handpicked industries with the highest potential, directing funds, talent, and innovation toward them.
The government provided low-interest loans, research support, and stable protection against foreign competition.
Companies like Toyota, Sony Honda, and Panasonic began their journey toward global dominance.
Japan adopted the Kaizen philosophy, small improvements every day, leading to world-class quality.
Japan shifted toward exports, aiming to supply the world with reliable, affordable, high-quality products. Industrial output skyrocketed, turning Japan into a global manufacturing powerhouse. Cities grew rapidly. New buildings, highways, and transport networks transformed Japan's landscape.
Japan's disciplined and educated workforce became one of its greatest strengths.
Government, industry, and workers moved in perfect coordination, powering Japan's economic miracle.
Toyota revolutionized car production with precise engineering and unmatched reliability.
Honda began exporting motorcycles worldwide, quickly becoming a household name.
Sony introduced cutting-edge electronics, placing Japan at the forefront of global technology.
By the 1960s, Japanese consumer electronics flooded world markets with unmatched quality.
Japan became the world's largest shipbuilder, powering global trade routes.
Japan's steel industry expanded fast, supplying essential materials for global industries. With the 1964 Shinkansen, Japan introduced the world's first high-speed rail system.
Japan built advanced highways, airports, and cities that rivaled the world's best. Japan pioneered industrial robotics, reshaping manufacturing forever. Technology became Japan's global identity, a nation driven by innovation and precision.
The 1964 Tokyo Olympics announced Japan's return to the world stage.
By the late 1960s, Japan became the world's second largest economy. Japanese products became symbols of quality. From cars to cameras to electronics. Japan's influence spread across the world through trade, technology, and culture.
The 1973 oil crisis forced Japan to design fuel-efficient cars, which soon conquered the world.
Japanese cars became bestsellers worldwide, known for longevity and efficiency.
Japan defined the 1980s with the Walkman, home video, and digital cameras.
In the 1980s, Japan's stock market soared to unprecedented heights.
Tokyo transformed into a futuristic metropolis, a symbol of Japan's new power.
Japan became a global superpower, not through war to save, but through innovation, discipline, and peace. Japan invested heavily in education, building one of the world's most skilled populations.
A strong work ethic and teamwork culture became central to Japan's rise.
The Kaizen mindset, continuous improvement, spread across every industry.
Japan advanced in medicine, engineering, and science, boosting global progress.
Japanese culture, from anime to cuisine, captivated the world.
The 1990s brought a major setback as Japan's economic bubble collapsed.
Natural disasters tested Japan, but its resilience never wavered.
Even through challenges, Japan stayed at the forefront of technology.
Hiroshima became a global symbol of peace and the commitment to a better future.
Japan earned global respect through diplomacy, innovation, and culture.
From total destruction in 1945 to global leadership clit, Japan's journey is extraordinary.
Reforms laid the foundation for democracy, education, and economic stability. Japan's greatest strength was its people, disciplined, skilled, and determined.
Japanese innovation reshaped global technology and industry.
Japan transformed itself without war, proving
progress can come through peace. Japanese culture became a global phenomenon, touching millions of lives. Today, Japan stands as a symbol of innovation, resilience, and cultural power. Japan teaches the world that discipline, innovation, and unity can rebuild nations. Japan's rise from ashes is a reminder that even the hardest fall can lead to greatness. From ruin to rebirth, Japan's story remains one of the greatest economic miracles in history.